Thank you. Call the meeting to order. First order of business is roll call.
Jim Miller,
Here?
Thomas Rivera,
Here.
Eric Curtin,
Here.
Judith Rosenthal, absent. Rick Lombardi,
Here.
Stephen Hutler, absent. Thomas Heaney, present.
Okay, tonight we're meeting as the Zoning Board of Appeals, correct, Mr. Costa?
Yes.
And we're here to just do scheduling, correct? So, Mr. Heaney, can you read the petition?
Petition of Haran Building Company owner by their attorney Jeremiah Lynch III Esquire for an appeal of the planning board decision dated November 4th, 2021, and recorded November 5th, 2021, which reduced the lots being requested by the applicant from 7 to 4. Said real estate is located at 208 Holland Avenue and further identified as Lot 53 on Tax Assessor's Plat 129. Petition of Robert Armando, owner, by their attorney Gerard A. Galvin Esquire, for an appeal of the planning board decision dated November 4, 2021, and recorded November 5th, 2021, to remand the decision with instructions. Said real estate is located at 208 Holland Avenue and further identified as Lot 53 on Tax Assessor's Plat 129. Petition of the estate of Francis J. Nunes, owner, and Robert M. Sylvia, applicant, by their attorney Matthew H. Lees Esquire, for an appeal of the planning board decision dated November 4th, 2021, and recorded November 5th, 2021, to remand the decision with instructions. Said real estate is located at 208 Howland Avenue and further identified as Lot 53 on Tax Assessor's Plat 129. Petition of St. Columbia's, the Berkeley Memorial Chapel owner, by their attorney Stephen McGilvray Esquire, for an appeal of the planning board decision dated November 4th, 2021, and recorded November 5th, 2021, to remand the decision with instructions. Said real estate is located at 208 Howland Avenue and further identified as Lot 53 on Tax Assessor's Plat 129.
I guess we call Mr. Lynch. We're here tonight, Mr. Lynch, to schedule.
Yeah, we discussed potential briefing schedules before the meeting with all of the attorneys, and I think what we're proposing is 30 days on everyone's appeal for a brief, and then we have 20 days to file responses to each other's memorandum.
Can I have all the attorneys up? Might as well, we don't have to swear any of you in, so this makes it easy.
Matt Lees representing Robert Sylvia, 1499 Green
Hi,
End Avenue.
Mr. Lees.
Hi, how are you?
Are you gentlemen all ready to go forward on that schedule, the 30 days and then 20 days after that?
Yes.
So if we look at the calendar day being the 3rd, that puts us to the 2nd or 3rd of February, and then, so by the 23rd of February, we'd have it all. Everyone's in agreement?
Clarification, Attorney Karen Browning on behalf of the planning board. I guess what we're proposing is a 30-day.
Oh, you gotta use the mic, please.
Absolutely. Again, Attorney Karen Browning, representing the planning board, just for purposes of clarification. I believe what we're proposing is a 30-day from today for the appellants to file their briefs,
Right,
with then a 30-day response period for the
20
planning
days,
board.
I thought I heard.
Are you talking about 20-day with no response, then after that?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. So it'll be 30 days for the appellant, 20 days for the planning board to respond, with a hearing to follow soon after.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just to clarify, we'll be responding to each
To one
other
another, right.
within the 20 days. Correct.
So we're looking at March then, is what we're talking about?
Yeah, then we're probably going to have a hearing sometime in March, and I imagine we should probably do a special hearing for that, Mr. Costa.
I can find out what days are available on the calendar to make sure we have the council chambers. If that works for you, you wanna hold the Tuesdays, I can look for the first or second Tuesday, make sure they're available.
That's up to you gentlemen,
Yeah, that's
and women, gentlewomen.
fine.
Okay, so that's,
So I will get that and I will forward it to you and everybody on the availabilities and we can see on everybody's availability to pick one of them tentative Tuesdays in March.
So we don't have to set the date today then?
no, we
I
just,
don't
the
know what's
schedule,
available.
Okay,
we just had to schedule we had to receive the petitions.
okay.
And
As
then
long
we-
as we're covering what we're
Yeah, I
supposed
know
to.
what, I know
That's
what
all
you're
that
saying,
matters.
Mr. Sylvia.
What's that?
I don't think they
I
can hear.
can't pick a day, not
Chris, you
knowing
need to
if that
talk in-
I can't pick a day, not knowing that calendar's clear, that the planning board but I can find out tomorrow, but, on record, I can't see how we can you can set a day for March and I'll look, and if it doesn't work, I'll get back to you.
Why don't we set the second Tuesday in March tentatively?
For
Is that,
legalities, if
that way,
works, that's
at
fine
least
with
we've
me.
got something on the calendar.
I think that's what we should do too.
I think that's a good suggestion, Mr. Silvera.
Mr. Chairman, I have a procedural question, and I know our solicitor's not here, but for the hearing date in March, as I read this and I'm going over some of the planning board's notes in the decision, I have questions in my own mind that not now, tonight, but when we have that hearing, I would like the planning board at that meeting. I would like to be able to get into their heads about
We can't.
why not?
That's not the purpose of we'll take that offline.
I would like to get a
That's-
decision from the solicitor on that.
You can. I
I
would
will.
suggest you speak
I
with
will.
Mr. Regan.
I'll reach out to Peter.
Yeah, the only thing we can do is adjudicate the hearing minutes and the testimony that was presented there.
Decision, I don't know what are they thinking about when they did it?
Got to look at the testimony. If everyone's good with that schedule, we're going to set the second Tuesday in March, and we'll go with that. Thank you for your time.
There's one other procedural matter I wanted to mention, which is the record that you'll be looking at. I went upstairs earlier today and spoke with Angela Marshall, the zoning clerk, and she sent me a link to everything that had been transmitted to the zoning board. And it consisted of the appeal petitions and attachments to them. And then she later uploaded the transcript of the last hearing, as well as a transcript of an October 19th, 2020 hearing that gave rise to the first decision on preliminary plan, on master plan. And I think we're all in agreement that I think the whole planning board file should be transmitted to the zoning board.
I will talk with Angela about that, but
So-
just keep in mind, we're going to be reviewing the decision that was made at the last planning board. The ship sailed on the planning board meeting that we had the last appeal on.
Well,
Correct me if I'm wrong, that's,
yeah, actually, our position is really that the second planning board decision was in part based on what occurred at the first planning board hearing.
right.
So that's why we think it's important that not only that transcript be included, but exhibits from that hearing. correspondence,
I
so
will ask
forth.
Angela to do that.
As well as the first zoning board decision, by the
Right.
way. That basically everything be part of the zoning board's file in this appeal.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments from the council? Okay, with that, we're set. We're going to stick to that schedule. If there's any changes, please advise Mr. Costa in the building office so that we can adjust our schedules accordingly. And seeing how there's no other business, I'm going to close the meeting, correct?
Yep, yes.
Can I have a motion to close the meeting? Motion made by Mr. Curtin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second made by Mr. Lombardi. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you for your time.